Good ideas for a horror film. You don't need that. The Possession of Hannah Grace was directed by Diederik Van Ruhen. I really hope I didn't butcher his name, but it stars Shay Mitchell as a morgue worker. And just from watching this film, I learned two things. Number one, people actually apply for jobs in the morgue, crazy bastards. And number two, Sony is really on a hot streak right now with shit movies. This is a story about a girl who gets possessed by some evil demon, and the only way to stop her was to kill her off. And then 3 months later, her disfigured body is sent to the morgue where Shay Mitchell's character is working, and of course a whole bunch of demonic and creepy things starts happening. I think the best scene of this movie was in the opening 5 minutes, and that should have easily set the tone for this film, but in the end, it really didn't have a great payoff. And as usual, I skipped all trailers for this film and I really didn't know what to expect. I thought Shay Mitchell was great. I've always known her as a talented actress, especially from Pretty Little Liars. Definitely one of the more positive elements from that show. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. And she really did an alright job here with what she was given. So Kirby Johnson, who played Hannah Grace, was great, but we don't get to learn much about her character because she was pretty much possessed throughout the entire movie, and she did have a few creepy scenes, and the screaming girls in the row behind my cinema could definitely confirm that. I mean, this demon that possessed Hannah Grace was OP as shit, right? Because she had healing powers as well as force powers that makes Darth Vader look like a chump. So I thought the premise of the story had potential where the entire movie took place in the morgue, and I always enjoy a horror film that feels sort of closed and secluded with minimum characters. And what this does is that it really allows minimum room for us to have that sense of relief each time a character pops up on screen. The thing that sort of doesn't make sense is that why is there only one worker working in this graveyard shift, because there really is a few sections in the morgue that needs to be taken care of, and it really feels as if there should be at least 3 workers, and this is probably due to budget constraints. And when it comes to horror movies, all I really want is a solid story, decently developed main characters, and of course good scares, which directly brings me to what I absolutely hated about this movie: jump scares. Hand to God, right? The intro for this video is literally a scene I took from the movie, and it was done so poorly there that I just couldn't help but laugh. It really is jump scares galore because we get loud sounds, characters appearing out of nowhere, and then the camera focusing on a character and then panning elsewhere to where a demon of course pops up on screen to give us a cheap scare. Like, come on, we're all tired of these horror cliches, and what annoys me the most is that the design for possessed Hannah Grace I thought was creepy, but they just couldn't give us any good scares. So as I mentioned before that I've never seen the trailers before going into this movie, but I literally predicted that there would be at least one scene where she does this bit, you know, where we hear those crackling bone sounds, and of course it was done throughout the movie. And the thing is, I actually really enjoyed it. I think that's creepy, it's disgusting, but really I've seen it like a billion times. And so I think this movie really has nothing much to offer except a couple of tense and creepy moments. But other than that, I think it fails as a horror movie. So with all that being said, I'm gonna give The Possession of Hannah Grace a C. Well, on the bright side, at least it wasn't a full-blown cash grab by Sony. I mean, if it was, it wouldn't be rated R. You know, they would definitely go for that PG-13 rating, so teenagers would swarm in just to get some cheap thrills, especially since now it's the holiday season. So yeah, I mean, I gotta give some credit to Sony for at least trying. And yeah, if you guys have seen The Possession of Hannah Grace, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. And yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao.